Hey everybody, it's Mike from Here the Watchman. And today we have an exciting guest on our show, all the way from Canada. We're going to talk about what's going on up in Canada with the COVID-19 and their crazy, crazy gun control laws. We have with us Brian. Brian is married to Audrey RV, who is doing incredible stuff out there. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome, Mike. Thanks for bringing me on.
Well, Brian, tell us what is going on in Canada right now.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's not much going on, so it's really hard to say. But really, what's happened, the big story here is, of course, the mass shooting that happened in Nova Scotia, where 22 people were killed. And so, of course, the government is going to let a good tragedy go to waste. So what Trudeau did not even 2 weeks after that was he came and punished all the legal gun owners, which is 2.2 million people. And the thing in Nova Scotia, the guy, impersonated a police officer. He had a uniform. He came up to the door of people's houses, knocks on the door. Of course, people are going to open the door. They trust the police and shot him. Right? And then some people he didn't shoot. He actually burned them in their homes. So he had a police car with the decals on it and everything, and he went on a rampage, right? So he killed all these people. He had a list, apparently, so he targeted some of them, and some were random. And so, he didn't even have a legal gun license to own a gun. All except one of the guns was smuggled in from the States and bought illegally. So, if they were really concerned about public safety, what they would do is beef up border security, and they would actually have stiffer penalties for people that are caught with these rifles. So that's really the crux of it.
Well, Brian, we're hearing down here in the States, we're hearing that they can come into your house and unannounced. They can just knock on your door and come in your house and take your guns away. Is that true?
Well, if you're a registered gun owner, and if you have a restricted license, meaning you have a handgun, it takes probably 4 to 10 months to actually get qualified to get that. So when you do that, you're giving up a lot of your rights. And so that is a true statement. If somebody calls the police on me and says I threaten them or whatever, it could be a relative, could be anything, the police can show up on my door and take my guns. And actually the legal gun owners get scrutinized more than even the pedophiles do. Because every day our names are run through the computer to see if we committed a crime. If we did, our name pops up there, they're at our door getting their guns. So it is true, they can, if you have a restricted license, they can come to your door at any time. And
Well, look at where do you see your country going?
yeah,
What do you
so
see moving forward?
what do I see moving forward with this gun ban? Is well, there's a lot of resistance to it because really they never did it properly. Really, our parliament isn't even sitting. We have the same system as England, so we have the voted party in power that has the most seats on one side of the house, and on the other side is the opposition. And of course, the English law, they're two swords lengths apart, so they can't stab each other in the middle of the heat of the battle. And that's the system we have here, and they weren't even sitting. So this got passed with an order in council, it's called. So the Prime Minister writes up this law, the Governor General signs it, who is the Queen's representative here, and that's it, it's passed. So there was no debate, there was no vote, there was no anything. Right? And then also what he did was he used the fear of military-style guns to push this through. So we say, so no one needs an AR-15 to hunt deer. Well, in Canada, an AR-15 is actually a restricted weapon. So you need to have a pistol license to have that, and I cannot shoot that at my neighbor's farm. I can only take the restricted guns from my house to the gun range and home again, and don't stop for gas on the way. Okay, that's all I can do with an AR-15. So, the statements to incite fear and misinformation to the public is really what he's selling. A lot of people aren't informed about the gun laws or, what type of guns are what. And really what he was going after was the look of the gun, functionality doesn't count, because in Canada, our clips, our mixed clips and magazines are pinned at 5 shells. So if it's a rifle round, the most number of bullets you can have in your gun at one time is 5. If it's a pistol round, you can actually have 10 shells here. So, we don't have the big magazines like, down there, the 30, 40 bullets in a row, and you can sit and shoot bang, 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 30, 40 bullets. We can only do 5. We need to reload. So our gun laws are really restricted in that sense. And the problem isn't the gun owners, because we are scrutinized so heavy. If I'm going to move residents and move my guns, I need to inform the police 30 days ahead of time. So, we're really under the gun here, and they can't come in my house without a warrant. I can't stop them. If I stop them, I can be charged and put in jail for 2 days. So, we're really controlled here, and the legal gun owners are really not the problem. It's all the illegal guns coming in, and the gangs, and that's the issue. Oh, it's like Chicago, right? They're really controlled on their guns, and it's one of the murder capitals in the States. So,
well, I mean, it's kind of weird, Brian. I mean, it really truly is. I mean, your rights as an individual are being taken away. I mean, your ability to be free up there. I mean, you've got this guy, boy Blunder, to coin Audrey's comments, which are very true. I mean, you've got this guy running your country, and every time you turn around, it looks like your rights are being taken away. Is that the case?
Yeah, that's really the case. But in Canada, we don't have the right to bear arms like you guys in the States. We don't have a Second Amendment that says, you have the right to bear arms to protect yourself against a tyrannical government. We don't have those rights. Owning a gun here is a privilege. It's not a right. So that's the difference in that sense. So yes, we are being squeezed, but really this is just one piece of the puzzle, right? They want globalism. They want one world government, one world control. They want to control everything, right? This is where we're headed. If it wasn't for America and Trump standing up to that, we would be, further down the road. But in Canada, this is really what we're going. And this gun this gun law is really a UN agenda. It's to disarm the population. So he's not taking away every gun, right? We can still have guns, but they can be, bolt action, single shot, pump action, whatever. So there is a list of 1,500 guns that he's banned, and it's even some shotguns. So it's based on assault style weapons, which really the definition of that was made by the FBI. There's no other definition. And what they're talking about is a true assault rifle is full auto with a switch to go to burst fire, or semi-automatic, with big magazine with 30, 40 bullets, whatever. That's what an assault rifle is. He's just really going.
Well, I mean, you and Audrey have been to our little town. I mean, we had lunch here one day, and you've seen. We carry guns all day long. I mean, it's no big deal. Guns here are not weapons; they're tools, and we use them to protect ourselves from the wolves and the bears and all the other varmints that might hurt our livestock or hurt our dogs. That's what we carry them for. We don't carry them to shoot people. And unfortunately, it seems like Canada is like trying to pass this like whole bill that like all guns are bad and that you guys are a bunch of murderers. I mean, what do you see the population there in Canada? What do you feel the groundswell support for getting your rights back?
Well, there's a lot of gun groups here, advocacy groups. So they're fighting this. They're banding together. A lot of people are supporting, because there is a lot of guns. And there's 2.2 million gun owners in Canada that are registered, but they estimate there could be up to 2 million that have guns that aren't registered. So there's a lot of guns here. So I think there's going to be a big pushback. And to carry on with your story of protection, I worked with a guy, I didn't know him well, but he was out elk hunting, and he actually had a pistol, and he took it with him, which is highly illegal in Canada. You cannot take your pistol, out in the bush. You can only take it to gun range and home, and that's it. But he was actually attacked by a grizzly bear, and the bear had him, and he had his pistol, and he shot the bear, 5 times, whatever the bear, let him go at least, and yeah, he was pretty mangled up, but he lived. And actually, the police were going to charge him with taking his gun, his pistol out. So there was a big, petition and a big rally, and people raised money for his defense. And finally, at the last minute, they dropped the charges, right? But that's how strict they really are. So I really think there's going to be a pushback there. Another thing a lot of people don't consider: there's a lot of gun stores here. Sport shooting is a big thing, and the gun owners or the gun stores, what they do is they order their guns ahead of time. And a lot of gun manufacturers actually make custom guns for Canada because of our gun laws. So they make them to be illegal in Canada. So a lot of these gun stores are sitting on, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stock that they can't move now. And also what he banned was 50 caliber guns and some of the larger bore, because he went on joules of power, right? So if it's 10,000 joules or more, then the gun's banned. So 50 cals out and some of the bigger rounds. And also 10-gauge shotguns are banned now because they went on the size of the barrel, the opening of the barrel. And so some 12-gauge don't qualify either. They're banned as well. So I think what the government did was they threw a lot of mud at the wall, and they know not all of it's going to stick, and of course there's going to be some trading back and forth. But in the end of the day, some of the guns are going to be banned. And really what he went after was the semi-automatics. But like I said, they only have 5 shells in them, so they're not really an assault rifle, right? But he sold the fear, sold the sizzle, right, instead of the meat. And a lot of people buy into it because people don't understand. And when you pose it like, well, we're going to get rid of these guns because, they're just made for killing as many people as fast as you can. That's the statement. A lot of people would agree with that. Well, yeah, that makes sense. But they don't realize the laws that we have already and the scrutiny that we're under already being gun owners.
Well, look, Brian, our Constitution here in the United States, where people here are confused, it was written, our Constitution was written and adopted to protect us from them. It's not to protect us from us. And in Canada, you guys, look, you had a huge influx of Muslim refugees that came in, and you guys gave them everything, housing, food, everything. You welcomed them in, not you personally, but your government. What is going on now? Are your borders shut down now?
No, they're still letting them in, people in Rocks and Road, right?
But how can you afford that?
I don't know, right? That's just the mandate, right? We signed on to the Compact for Migration, right? The UN agreement. So, really, they're bringing in a lot of people, right? I don't agree with it, but now they've actually put laws against, so I can't really speak to that, right? So we have laws that we can't, criticize. We can't, we have hate speech here, and so listen, Mike, the bottom line is the United Nations is winning, okay? Some countries are on board with them, some aren't, a lot are. And a lot of these agendas that they're pushing are being brought into Canada, even a county like right next to ours. It's a farming county. What someone found, they're trying to pass these laws in that county where if you have a farm, 5 acres or less, that you're not allowed to sell any product from livestock. So that means if I have a 5-acre farm there and I raise chickens, I can't sell those to my neighbor. So, you know what I mean? That's part of the UN agenda. They want to control our food. They want to control what we do. It's all about control. And it talks about this in the Bible. And so really, this is coming to fruition in our life. We're seeing it. I never thought I would see that, but it seems like we are. And even right here in Alberta. So, luckily someone spotted that and the changes they were trying to make, and they've got it on Facebook. And, now finally people are waking up, but people are not paying attention to the laws that are being passed. really need to go to these meetings. They really need to see what's happening and get involved, or we're going to lose. That's the problem. And with this gun law, it's the same thing.
Well, I mean, look, Brian, you and your beautiful wife, Audrey, who, I mean, she is like a saint to put up with you. But I mean, you guys are proud Canadians. I mean, you live there, you've worked there your entire life. You're proud Canadians. What what do you see as a whole? Are there other proud Canadians that are standing up and saying, "Whoa, wait a minute, we got to take a look at this"?
Well, there is, but in my opinion, I think all of our, most of our government parties are compromised. So I think they've been bought out. China owns a lot of our resources here. They've been sold out, for years, right? Each party has had their turn selling our resources to China and other interests, right? So we've really been under attack in the West with our oil, But thank goodness this Michael Moore movie came out and really pointed out the hypocrisy of the green energy. Right? I don't know if you've seen that movie, Planet of the Humans. It really points out the problem with the green energy is not really green. If it wasn't for oil, none of this would work. So, it's a marvelous movie, and it really points out the whole hypocrisy of really what's happening. And if it wasn't for oil, everything's made of oil. Like your computer you're watching, buy glasses, like your factory clothes, like your shoes, the cars. 50% of a Tesla is made from oil. So, the hypocrisy of this is just over the top, and people are catching on. And thank goodness Michael Moore actually made that movie. Most people won't watch it because of people on the right, because of other movies. But this one really, really points out the hypocrisy in it. And I think people are starting to wake up. But it's going to take a huge groundswell of people to make a difference.
Well, I mean, it's interesting to watch from afar what's going on in your country. I mean, this is going to be a very difficult question for you. How close to socialism do you think your country is?
Well, I think we're pretty much in socialism already. We're really socialists. We already have social medicine. A lot of it we pay a lot of taxes. We're not as far along as maybe Sweden and Norway and Scandinavian countries, but we're getting really close. And now they're giving everybody that's got laid off money. So how far are we from the social? Where they just pay everybody money every month? Don't work here, we'll give you this money, right? So it's really scary in that sense, because there were studies done on rats and mice back, in the 60s, where they put rats and mice in a separated, but in a home where they had everything, right? They had a place to live, they had food all the time, they didn't have to, look for anything, they just were given everything. Well, it didn't take long, and after a while they stopped having babies, they started, some of them isolated from the other. Society disintegrated. And really that's what's going to happen here. We need a purpose in life. We need a job. We need to feel we're contributing, right? So, and if we don't have that, then our society crumbles. So how far are we away? I don't know. It's hard to say, but we're getting closer every day with this government.
Well, Brian, I mean, in your mind, what does Canada need to do to get back on track?
Really, we need a leader that actually cares about Canada and is not sold out to the United Nations, right? Because Canada would be really easy to fix, just like Trump fixed the States, right? It's easy. Lower the taxes, get rid of the red tape, so, industry can prosper, relax the laws. It's really, we legislated ourselves into this problem. So it's easy to fix. You just need to make an environment for growth instead of throwing marbles under your feet all the time, or rocks under your feet, so you slip, right? And Reagan did the same thing with you guys, and Trump did the same thing, right, to get the economy rolling again. Also, we need to stop the globalism. We need to stop relying on other countries to make all our stuff. So what I really pray is that people wake up to this and we start making stuff here again. We're not outsourcing to the cheapest place where they have slave labor anyway. I've been to China. It's a fascinating place. But the people are suppressed, especially with the social credit system where they, they have the score, everyone gets a score. If you, lend a tool to your neighbor, he reports it, you get a point. If you don't pay your water bill, you lose points. And then all of a sudden, if you want to travel across the country, they look at your score and they say, sorry, sir, your score is a 9, nothing, you can't travel. It's really a reward system. If you're a good boy, a good citizen, if you do everything perfect, then you get rewarded. If you don't, you will be punished. And, that's no way to live under the government.
Well, look, I mean, like I said earlier, you and Audrey are diehard Canadians. I mean, you're proud to be a Canadian, but has it crossed your mind to maybe leave Canada and come to the States?
Well, it's an interesting prospect. You hate to leave where you were raised, right? Or, everything here, the system. So, yeah, it would be good to move. I thought of a few times moving to Mexico or America, but it's not easy for us to move to America. It's tough, right? So they only let so many people in. They used to have a lottery system, I believe, where you put your name on the lottery, and if you got picked, fine. It's not as easy as it sounds to move down there, but and then plus each state is different down there, right? So you do have different gun laws in each state, and some laws are worse than ours. They're very similar to ours, right? Depends what state you're in. California, I know, is bad, and Illinois and places like that. They're really restricted as well. So it's a mixed bag down there because you guys don't have all your gun laws under one umbrella, right? Here in Canada, we have one gun law for all of Canada. That's it. We're all under the same umbrella. But down there, you guys, it's every county there. I don't know quite how it's divided, but I know it's state or county or whatever, right? And actually, what Trudeau has done, or what he wants to do up here with the handguns or restricted weapons, which the AR-15 falls into up here, so what he wants to do is leave that up to the cities to see what they want to do with it. So if you have a mayor that's really left-thinking or whatever, hates guns, then they can ban handguns in that city. So that's what he wants to do is kind of break it up and not have it under one umbrella anymore. Have it per city. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea either because and it just adds more confusion to everything, right? Because in the city you can't have a gun, but in the country you can, like restricted weapons. So the whole thing is really up in the air, and it's confusion. That's what they like to do, right? Get everybody fighting amongst each other, and then we can't move forward, and they listen to them.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you and Audrey are welcome anytime to come down here. I mean, we have 2 extra bedrooms. You can go on one, she can go on another. We'll make sure you guys are good. But we watch what's going on in Canada. Those of us here in the States, especially those of us near the border. Idaho is not all that far away from Canada. And we watch what's going on up there. And, we're here for you. We truly are. Your rights, in my opinion, and we all know what opinions are worth, but in my opinion, your rights are being stripped from you. And, you're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to stand up. So, Brian, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to join us and to talk about these difficult questions.
Yes, thank you, man. Thanks for having me on. It's awesome. I appreciate it. And, if a couple people see this and they understand really what's happening up here, it gives them a better picture, from someone that's actually living here. And because the news is kind of, in Canada, the news is well in the States here. The news is really not quite reflective of the truth.
No, it's not. It's
kind of compromised up here as well because actually what Trudeau did was he gave them a big tax break, right? If as long as the news group is friendly to his causes, then they get a big tax break. So, we're in the same boat. Right? We get fake news, I'll say. Or, left-leaning news, let's put it that way.
Well, listen, folks, I want you to pray for Brian and Audrey. Audrey runs remnantonlinefellowship.org. An incredible place where you can connect with other Christians. Brian, thank you again for spending time with us.
Thank you. God bless.
Well, we'll talk to you next time here on the Watchmen's Report.